you guys hear me okay? I think that's pretty good. All right. Well, welcome everybody. This is your 8th grade promotion. I do talk about this every year. This is not part of my speech, but a lot of students, a lot of parents, even some community members ask, when is 8th grade graduation? Well, honestly, guys, 8th graders do not graduate in Nordonia, nor do they really graduate anyplace else. We have much higher expectations for you than that, and we know you are just getting started. 8th grade promotion is just a way for us to recognize the time that you were with us here at school and the, looking forward to what you're going to do at the high school level. So before I get started here and say a few words to you, I want to recognize this year's class night. A few years ago, we started the tradition of having one of our students paint a class night that would hang in the cafeteria and represent your class. I'm sure you've seen these nights on the cafeteria wall, but you may not have known what they were for. The paintings are meant to help ensure that your class always has a place here at Nordonia Middle School. And this year's class night is special and certainly represents the past year, as you can see over here with the knight wearing a face mask here for as long as it hangs in the cafeteria. It is my pleasure at this time to recognize this year's artist. Please join me in giving a nice round of applause to this year's class night artist, Ava Poplowski. And if Ava is in this,
Ava, stand.
Ava, go ahead. Just give her a nice round of applause. Fantastic job, Ava. It's a beautiful painting, and Ava had this done December. When did you give me this painting, Ava? Do you remember? Yeah, Ava painted this a lot faster than any of our students have painted this before, so that tells you what kind of artist she is, and great job. One more round of applause for Ava. Here at this school, so congratulations. All right. Guys, if you would have told me when I started teaching a long time ago that one day I'd be talking to the class of 2026, I doubt that I would have guessed that it would have come on the heels of a global pandemic. And that the entire 8th grade students, would have their entire middle school experience turned upside down here. I was recently talking to an 8th grade student and told her that I was really sad to see her class go to high school. And that's typically not true. I'm usually very happy to see the 8th grade class go to the high school, not because we're glad to get you out of here, because we know all the great things that you're going to accomplish when you get there. I've been lucky enough in 26, something like that, years of doing this that I've had the privilege to know a few students. Some of them have become award-winning artists. Maybe Ava joins that group at some point in time. I've known students that have earned athletic scholarships at the Division I college level and enlist in the Army and earn the Congressional Medal of Honor. I've also had the privilege of knowing several students that have scored a 36, that's a perfect score, on their ACT. So all of those things are possible. Not all of those students were here at Nordonia, but all of those things are there waiting for you guys. I'm sure that the 340 students in this class will be substantially adding to that list, so we're looking forward to that. In the case of your class, though, I'm sad to see you guys go because of the things that you missed out on your middle school years. Things that we typically take for granted, like our school socials that turned into social distancing. Our concerts became virtual, athletic events became parents only, and our normal school day became hybrid, virtual, and having many of our friends and peers choose to attend school online. Though these things became our reality, you as students met every challenge and excelled, and we definitely thank you all for that. Even in the worst of situations, there are lessons that we can learn and continue to apply for the rest of our lives. Because you've missed out on many things, I want to encourage you to take every opportunity that you have to experience those things when you get to the high school. Sometimes we don't realize the opportunities that we have until they're not available to us. I hope that many of you were able to learn this lesson at a young age when you lost out on some of the experiences here at the middle school. I hope that so that you can take that opportunity to experience those things when they return. We truly miss the experiences that we do not take, and you can ask any one of your teachers here if they wish they would have done something differently when they were in school, and it's probably not going to be related to getting better grades or something along that line. It's going to be the thing that they chose not to do that they wish they could do over again. Honestly, a lot of those opportunities will only be available to you during your high school years. So don't miss out on those things. Take the opportunity to join that club that interests you. Go to homecoming, go to winter formal, participate in the lip sync during Spirit Week. You'll never regret the memories that you make by giving each of these things a chance and taking the opportunity to do those things. So while I wish that your middle school experience was a bit different, I'm extremely excited to continue to watch you grow and see where you'll end up 4 short years from now. And believe me, it goes very fast. You will be graduating from high school before you know it. So good luck to all of you. We're proud of all that you've accomplished while you've been with us, but even more proud of the way that you've accomplished it. Good luck and go Knights.
One at a time. They're going to read the description of the award. When you hear your name called, you're going to stand. Please remain standing until all the names are called for that award, and then we'll collectively sit down. You don't need to come up. That'll be for the promotion portion of that. All right, so without further ado, we have Mrs. Maley coming up.
Okay, I am going to present the students who earned the Nordonia Middle School Principals Award. The Nordonia Middle School Principals Award recognizes the efforts of our hardworking 7th and 8th grade students. Students must earn a cumulative grade point average between a 3.0 and a 3.99 for the first 3 quarters of the school year in order to receive this award. So when I call your name, please have us stand up. Brennan Barber. Just you're just going to stand right here. Hold the applause until we get to everybody. Jonathan Baton, Ben Bolus, Seth Voss, Max Brashwitz, Brendan Chaddick, Riley Chard, Shelby Sijic, Lexi Cologne-Nabil, Caitlin Cox, Harjan Dhaliwal, Adriana Dowdy, Addie Francis, Brianna Glenna, Hallie Gamula, Julia Greenberg, Dominic Gundick, Maggie Hall, Gabe Hart, Tommy Hunjitsit, Brady Jones, Cammie Kirchenbauer, Larkin Corey, Adeline Coots, Alex Leicius, Mia Molino, Carly Rapp, Luke Renas, Connor Roberts, Mina Ryder, Michael Senji, Samar Singh, Justin Smiegel, Zach Schmiegel, Caitlin Toker, Kirsten Travers, Katie Wall, Olivia Wells, Naya Williams, Adam Winovich, Kara Yeager, Isabella Zeman, Kyle Zujinski. Congratulations and great job. Next will be Miss Webb.
Okay, next we have the 4.0 award. So these students, a 4.0 was awarded to students in 7th and 8th grade who have earned a cumulative grade point average of 4.0 for the first 3 quarters of the school year. Please stand and hold applause till the end. Kennedy Almond, Riley Barwitty, Kaden Bowling, Marissa Bittner, Jillian Churchich, Rocco DiLorenzo, Alex Ellsbury, Sarah Manuel, Erin Jensen, Haley Kaminsky, Riley Kennery, Leah Myronak, Brady Narker, Mari Pirro, Ava Poplowski, Owen Smotek, Brooke Soder, Lainey Tinor, Audrey Tycody, Haley Wright, Emily Ziegler. Congratulations on these 4.0s. Next we have the Outstanding Achievement Award.
I have the honor of announcing the students who achieved the Outstanding Achievement Award. This award recognizes 8th grade students who have earned the highest distinction of maintaining a 4.0 cumulative grade point average for the duration of the middle school. Kennedy Almond, Riley Barwitty, Kaden Bowling, Marissa Bittner, Jillian Churchich, Rocco DiLorenzo, Alex Ellsbury, Sarah Emanuel, Erin Jensen, Haley Kaminsky, Leah Myronak, Mari Pirro, Ava Poplowski, Owen Smotek, Brooke Soder, Lainey Teor, Audrey Tycody, Haley Wright, Emily Ziegler. Awesome. Thank you. Next, Mr. Shank will introduce the President's Award for Educational Excellence.
Well, I think it's appropriate that the social studies teacher gives the presidential award, so very nice. I'm very happy to do so. Also, one thing I want to point out, with apologies to Mr. Stewart over there, Mrs. B did purchase each of you a gift for today. In fact, it's a graduated cylinder. All right, I think it's my turn to read what we're doing here. It was not. The Presidential Award for Educational Excellence. Since the year 1983, the President's Award honors graduating elementary, middle, and high school students for their achievement and hard work. The program has provided individual recognition to those students for their outstanding efforts that have enabled them to meet challenging standards of excellence. The Presidential Award for Educational Excellence is awarded to each 8th grade student who has earned a cumulative 3.5 or higher for their entire career here at the middle school. And without further ado, here are your Presidential Award winners. And again, please hold your applause till the end. Kennedy Almond, Riley Barwitty, Ben Bullis, Caden Bowling, Seth Boss, Max Brashwitz, Marissa Bittner, Caitlin Cox, Jillian Churchich, Rocco DiLorenzo, Harshan Dhaliwal, Alex Ellsbury, Sarah Manuel, Addie Francis, Brianna Glenna, Julia Greenberg, Maggie Hall, Aaron Jensen, Haley Kaminsky, Riley Kinnery, Cami Kirchenbauer, Larkin Corin, Evelyn Kuntz, Leah Myronek, Brady Narker, Mari Piro, Eva Pawlowski, Carly Rapp, Luke Renas, Mina Ryder, Simmer Singh, Owen Smotek, Brooke Soder, Lainey Tidor, Kirsten Travers, Audrey Tykody, Olivia Wells, Haley Wright, Kara Yeager, Bella Zeman, and Emily Ziegler. Let's give them a round of applause. I would give you another joke, but I think Mrs. B is going to kick me out of here. Thank you.
The graduated cylinders are in the mail along with a refund for all the pain and suffering you had to deal with Mr. Snake's jokes this year. All right, so we're going to call up a couple of speakers today. They're going to talk a little bit about their year here at Nordonia Middle School as an 8th grader during a very, very challenging year that none of us will forget. So first, we're going to have Riley and Emily come on up to share the spotlight. Come on up, please.
Hello, I'm Riley and I'm here with Emily, and we are going to share some memorable moments of our 8th grade year.
Although this hasn't been our ideal year, we still have some amazing teachers on Team Phoenix. With COVID-19 impacting our end of 7th grade year and basically our whole 8th grade year tremendously, our teachers were very flexible and encouraging to all of us students.
We were so sad to have known that we missed the Washington D.C. trip, the pep rallies, the dances afterwards, field trips, and all the many more fun activities that we would have had if COVID-19 wasn't here.
To get started, Mrs. Maley, you were so helpful this year with our hybrid and online learning. You always had optional Google Meets for all of us students to make sure we understood what we were learning and if we needed any additional help. You always reached out to us if we were in quarantine and made sure we were doing okay. You took the next step to connect with your students.
Next, Ms. Berardinelli. She made learning environment fun, also connecting with her students, and laughing at our competitive classes as we played Look-its. All of our off-topic conversations, like looking up weird dog breeds, but still getting all of our work done at the same time, were the highlights of our day. Ms. B made sure that we had good grades while telling us about all of her funny parking lot stories.
Ms. Webb, you used your passion for teaching your students to make sure they reach their full potential. You pushed us to do our best using grit, giving us multiple opportunities to achieve what we're best at. Sharing your journey about the game with us made us feel determined and motivated to go after what we love.
Mr. Shank, he made learning social studies fun. Watching CNN 10 at the beginning of classes was super exciting. Class Dojo was a big hit, making all your students work hard to earn their candy. He got all the students out of the seat excited for the lame joke of the day.
Lastly, Mrs. Wright, you are always so willing to help students with a warm smile on your face. All that you do makes a huge difference. Thank you, teachers, for making this unique year as exciting and normal as possible.
Very well said. Good job, girls. All right, we have one more speaker. We've got Taylor Schutz coming up to share a little bit of wisdom. Come on up, Taylor.
I couldn't have said it better than Riley and her, but honestly, during these hard times, we've all liked fun activities that we used to enjoy as a team. All of us really had some fun memories, although they weren't considered as fun as the school years. Because of COVID, it's been so much different. I think we could all still consider everything that we've done fun. Out of all, honestly, this year was abnormal, but I loved the 8th grade simply because of the teachers. Everything was flexible, especially online. We had a lot of fun times, especially choir was really fun. Because of this is going to be our last year at the middle school, and I don't know, COVID is just so different. And I met some really interesting people, so yeah.
All right, so we're going to start the promotion portion here soon. But what a year has been. I don't think any day has gone by where any of us haven't mentioned how the pandemic has affected us. To be honest with you, you raised your hand, didn't know this is what I even looked like until I took a mask off for a quick drink of water. Most of us, like Mr. Shank, didn't know what I looked like apparently. So I can't tell you how many times that you guys will take your mask off to drink and be like, oh. So to not know what your teachers' faces truly look like, never in a million years any of us think that was even going to be a thing. But over a year ago, we were sent home to learn remotely for what we thought was to be a few weeks while a new virus was to be controlled. Instead, we all became experts at Google Meets, watching teacher-created videos to guide us through problems like Mrs. Maley or Miss Webb did. Me trying to write Punnett squares out, and to be fair, the stories of me falling, that was only, I believe, one time. I only fell once, I know of, but hopefully not more than that. You went from seeing friends almost every day to seeing them maybe a few times a week, or not at all if they came a different day than you did while we were in hybrid mode. You carried your things around in a book bag rather than going to your locker, which wasn't always fun when you had to carry a bulky coat in a lunchbox as well. But you all adapted. You grew, not just got taller, which yes, some of you did, but you grew emotionally, you grew academically, you learned a lot more than you realized. And that's our goal, is to when we promote you up to being a high schooler, that you're not just looking at your GPA. There's so much more to that. So you remember how to write a writing response, how to do something in social studies or math, or when you see a roan cattle rolling in the fields, you remember how that happened with the coloring, which I know you all will do. And while we all missed out on some, quote, traditional 8th grade experiences, we know that students around the world were doing the same thing, they were in the same boat that you were. This was not just Nordonia, this was worldwide. So as we traversed our new normal this year, things began to look up. Sports, even with all the limitations, were still fun, they were happening. We could still hear the sounds of the band and the choir in the halls. We even got to have a couple virtual assemblies as well, and that was really nice to see. So in a world where so much has changed, much of the day felt normal, and a lot of you even recently said, yeah, we're in a pandemic, we're wearing masks, we're socially distancing, but we still feel like we've been at school. And I can tell you from experience, talking to teachers around even the county, you guys were pretty lucky. Not everyone went to schools as much as you did. You have so much to look forward to these next 4 years. Some of you will find your creative streak, and you'll thrive in art class, in jewelry class, or music. Or some of you will decide you want to be, for example, a forensic pathologist, or even an astronomer because of what you did in high school. And even though you only walked these halls for 2 short years, know that you have left a mark on every single one of us. It won't be long before we see you crossing the stage like those seniors are tonight to receive your high school diploma. And when you do, Remember that your experiences here at the middle school help shape the person that you guys will eventually become. So when we do this promotion ceremony here in a moment, you're going to hear your name called. And when you do hear your name called, just come up out of your seat. And it's okay to clap. And then Dr. Vitale is going to hand you your envelopes, and then you're just going to go right back down to your seat. All right, and with that being said, we're going to start with the promotion portion of our ceremony. All right, Noah Alexander. Natasha Enrico. Kennedy Ahmed. Brennan Barber. Riley Barwitti. Jonathan Bayton. Katie Bixler. Ben Bolus. Caden Bowling. Seth Boss. Max Brashwitz. Marissa Bittner. Jordan Bird. Brendan Chatham. Riley Chard. Shelby Sidgick. Charlie Colombo. Lexi Colin DeVille. Caitlin Cox. Jillian Churchich. Rocco DiLorenzo. Arjun Dhaliwal. Adriana Dowdy. Alex Ellsbury. Sarah Emanuel. Riley Fox. Addie Francis. Xavier Gamier. Brianna Glenna. Hallie Gomula. Julia Greenberg. Sorry. Alyssa Gubini. Dominic Gundick. Maggie Hall. Gabe Hart. Tommy Hunjankset. Aaron Jensen. Brady Jones. Haley Kaminsky. Riley Kinnery. Maddie Kersulis. Cami Kirchenbauer. Larkin Corin. Evelyn Koontz. Olivia Kyle. David Lawson. Alex Leshish. Mia Lindsay. Patrick McNally. Mia Molino. Lou Montesano. Leah Meyernack. Brady Narker. Mari Piero. Zoe Pope. Ava Poplowski. Tyler Puma. Carly Rapp. Luke Renas. Connor Roberts. Ashlyn Ryan. Mina Ryder. Michael Senji. Ethan Schuster. Jacob Sherman. Taylor Schutz. Simmer Singh. Justin Smeagol. Zach Smeagol. Owen Smotek. Andriana Snowfall. Brooke Soder. Adam Pensacola. Lainey Tidor. Caitlin Toger. She was really excited. Kirsten Travers. Jacob Truman. Audrey Tyconi. Katie Wall. Olivia Ward. Olivia Wells. Nia Williams. Haley Wright. Adam Winovich. Kara Yeager. Chase Young. Bella Zeman. Emily Ziegler. Kyle Zuchinski. All right, teachers, we are going to, a couple of things. We're going to give the 2025 Team Phoenix a round of applause for their resilience, their fortitude, their hard work. They're putting up with us we have never taught in this way before. So thank you for rolling with the punches with us, being there and being patient with us, I guess is a great word, and just hanging in there, doing what you had to do, and being understanding. That's the key words we would use this year. So teachers, we're going to give them a round of applause. We're going to do a team picture before we get you guys out of here. So sit tight. Mr. Shank wanted to break dance, but I told him it wasn't a good idea because